Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So how have you been enjoying the fall league so far?
It's been great so far. Great experience.
Yeah.
A lot of good guys, a lot of good players. So I've had a good time so far.
What's been your favorite moment?
Just hanging out with the guys, meeting
Yeah.
new guys, meeting new faces, new people that you may have never seen before in
Yeah.
pro ball or anything like that. So it's been a pretty cool experience.
That's awesome. Is there something that like you've been working on? I know a lot of guys trying to balance like performance versus like development.
Yeah, I think that's always a balance in minor league baseball
Yeah.
is working on stuff while still trying to perform and things like that. So, just trying to be complete players I can be, go out there and perform every night, go work on the cages and stuff with
Yeah.
our AAA hitting coach I'd never really worked before. He's been really
That's awesome.
good for me so far, and then just trying to be complete on defense and do everything I can to improve every night.
That's awesome. So for those who don't know you, you're from Alabama.
Yeah.
What's your baseball story, like a summary?
Basically, older brothers both played sports professionally, so I kind of followed them growing up, going where they went, and then played in a good travel ball organization with Eric over there.
Oh, you played with him?
Yeah, I played together in high school.
You gotta tell me some Eric stories.
About the same guy as he was in high school.
That's awesome.
Nothing's changed. Still a great guy.
Yeah.
And then played good high school organization, played good high school like school ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Then followed my dream, went to Alabama, and been kicking ever since pro ball with the Royals. So it's been great.
When did you realize like you're a little bit better than the rest? Like in high school, like where you're like, okay, I might be kind of a dog. Like this is baseball might be my thing.
Yeah, I think everybody has that moment where they're like doing better than they thought they might at a young age, and we played a really good high school summer ball circuit, so that's always a good challenge to go up against guys like that, and just performing at that and seeing that you can stack up against guys like that and best in the country is always a good way to look at it and a good way to go forward.
100%. And you go to Alabama. How was like the whole recruiting process for you? Obviously, you go to school. Like I'm assuming you're an Alabama fan growing up.
Yeah, so the recruiting process is probably easiest for me because I grew up a diehard Alabama fan. All my siblings with Alabama played sports at Alabama, so it was super easy for me. It took about 2-second conversation and I was bought in. So that's about all I got. It was pretty easy. I would have gone to Alabama no matter what. So.
Sure. So how were the college game days? Because obviously Alabama's Alabama.
So I grew up going to my brother played quarterback at Alabama, so I grew up going to every game. So it's kind of all I know is Alabama college football Saturday. So
That's awesome.
It's the best there is, and there's no denying that.
Yeah. Did your coach ever have like workouts like the day before, the day out, so you guys couldn't go a little too crazy?
Oh yeah, every Saturday in the fall you'd have a scrimmage,
Yeah.
and then kind of just race to go to a tailgate or something to try to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah. How are the tailgates? Because I hear like Alabama tailgates and like just like that whole area is just like electric. Like the whole
it's the best. There's one centralized quad that pretty much everybody goes to, and it's just, the town of Tuscaloosa like quadruples on game day, so it's always a good time. Like I said, I grew up doing it, so it's super easy, super comfortable for me to go out there and just have fun cheering on my Tide.
Dude, that's awesome. So, what was your favorite team to play against in college? Where you're like, all right, I'm gonna go a little extra hard.
Where I'll go a little extra hard, it'll always be Auburn for me.
Yeah,
I kind of grew up in that rivalry of not liking Auburn too much, so it always means a little bit more when you play them.
That's awesome. What was the fans were the chirpiest? What's like the best chirp you heard in college?
That would be definitely Arkansas, and that was my first ever SEC series.
Yeah.
For most of the players I played that year, it was our first series in the SEC, so it was very eye-opening. You hear a lot of stuff, and then this year I played in 5 minutes outside Fayetteville, so it's just like a circle.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when in college, I call it like your if to when moment, when you stop thinking to yourself, if I get drafted, and start thinking to yourself, when I get drafted.
My situation is a little bit more unique. My freshman year was COVID season, and then I left after my sophomore year because I was a draft eligible sophomore. So, going into that, I played in like a little makeshift league during that summer of COVID that me and Eric's high school summer ball kind of put on.
Okay.
And so that's when my name got a little bit more on the map than I may have previously thought. And so going from that and then going to having a good start to the year and then about having good start to the SEC series as well. So, that's when you start to realize that it's
A possibility?
Yeah, a possibility, and that might happen. It's very hard to focus on that and still trying to perform every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's definitely, it was hard. So, but I'm glad where I'm at right now for sure.
Oh, for sure, dude. And how was draft day? Because that could be an experience.
Yeah, it was very chaotic. It's stressful until it happens, and it's a great moment. Was surrounded by friends and family, so definitely a core memory of mine. Just being around friends, family when it happened, and very stressful up to that point.
Yeah.
That's for sure, though.
Did you think the Royals were going to pick you?
They were in my back of my mind.
Okay.
I knew there was a possibility for sure, and I did like a draft workout with them going into it, and I thought it was a possibility, and then it kind of like 2 picks before it happened. It's kind of when I finally figured it out. So it was definitely a quick process for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was like your welcome to the minor leagues moment? Whether it's like a travel or a crappy hotel or
Yeah. So I think my first, so it's been like first few weeks in the ACL, whatever. Nothing much, just kind of like backfield spring training game. And then my first game in low A was like, it was before the pitch clock or anything like that. It was like a over 4 hour long game, like 10 runs in the first inning. And I was like, oh, what I sign up for? Type deal. So we were playing like that year was Charleston, River Dogs, Tampa Bay is low A, and they're like the best team ever. So they were just, I think they scored like 19 or something runs. It was like, dang,
that's crazy.
Long game. Yeah.
Wow. So you're pro pitch clock now?
Yeah. No. It's a little quick.
Yeah. Some of these games are almost like too quick, where it's just like I'm just getting into it, and then it's like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, I'm so adjusted to it now that I couldn't imagine playing without it. Now you're like, oh, the pitchers are wait until 0-30 times, hurry up type deal. But it's definitely different, but no complaints.
Yeah. What is the biggest difference between like college ball and like minor league ball?
I think the biggest difference is playing every day. That's what probably the most cliche answer.
Yeah. But it's true.
Yeah, it's so true. Just playing 100 some games every year is a big difference, more mentally than physically, obviously.
And then the fall league. Yeah,
and then add another 20, 30 games to this. Playing in November. I've never played in November in my life, except maybe high school, a couple of fall ball tournaments. But yeah, it's definitely different. Challenging, way more, better pitching, better players overall. So I mean, it's a lot harder than college, but different. College is a little more about win now type deal, and minor league's more about player development and winning at the same time. So it's a little different in that aspect.
So what has been your biggest experience here at the fall league?
It's been a great experience. You see, I mean, a lot of these teams I've never played for in the minor leagues, especially like the Florida spring training teams. You don't see them as most often being out here in Surprise. So seeing new organizations, new players you might never face or might not see until. And since college, like tonight, I'm facing a guy I played with in college.
Oh, cool.
So that's cool. That's always cool to go up against. And then, meeting new guys from different organizations and seeing old faces, too, is always good. So it's been a good experience so far. A lot of good competition, obviously. Some of the best players in each organizations. Some guys just maybe this first time they're playing all year, coming off injury or something like that. So everybody's kind of in a different boat in that aspect, but it's been great so far.
So in like the minor leagues and stuff, like what has been like maybe the weirdest like fan interaction you've had? Because I've talked to guys who like fans jump on the bus as they're leaving to like take pictures or just like random like shenanigans that they'll do.
Yeah, I mean, there's always some weird person just lurking around. Probably shouldn't be doing what they're supposed to be doing, but I don't have any like crazy ones. Just like the weird. People trying to get signatures when they shouldn't be, like going like 4 strikeouts. I really don't want to sign.
Read the room.
Type deal.
Yeah, it's a public service announcement. Read the room.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the weirdest thing you've autographed?
Usually just cards,
Really?
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything super weird.
That's crazy. Like I think EBJ was like a prosthetic leg or something.
I don't have that on the book. No.
Someday.
No, I can't really think of anything that been like super weird. Thankfully.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It'll come. Controversial topic here. Christmas decorations. Too early?
It's a little too early. Yeah. It's at least Thanksgiving-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe right before Thanksgiving, but
yeah.
definitely not November, first week November. It's
yeah,
a little early.
For sure. Like we were at a coffee shop earlier, like they're already playing Elf. Like I mean, come on, guys. Like, what are we doing here?
It's not even that cold yet.
No. Well, in Wisconsin, it was snowing actually a couple days ago, but it ain't. Yeah, I don't know if we ever get that kind of weather here, but
no, I can imagine. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you have any like favorite like Christmas traditions or holiday traditions?
Usually being with family, celebrating what Christmas is really about.
Sure,
That's my big things, faith and stuff like that.
Oh,
so,
okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so just being around family, celebrating a good time of the year, and just living it up.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned faith. Obviously, faith is important to me and a ton of different guys. I mean, everyone has their own beliefs and stuff. How important is that to you, and how does that like play a part in like maybe staying like mentally tough and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the biggest part of my life, being a pro ball, you don't always have the opportunities to go and do some of the stuff that you might want to do, just the travel and stuff like that. But, it's always on my mind, always something that I strive to be a better person, better Christian, better everything. Just live through God and live through the Lord and everything I can. And, He's definitely, you need him when you're struggling. You know, it's easier to talk to him when you're doing bad
Yeah.
than sometimes when you're doing good. You know, I think a lot of people would say that, but you know, I just want him to just be with me whenever I'm playing. You know, I'm not. You know, I would be lying if I say I haven't asked for a hit right here or something like that.
Yeah.
But I just usually just try to just let him be with me and lead me through everything because I know his plan's perfect and I know whatever he has in store for me is what I need in my life. So just try to.
Yeah.
You know, it's easier said than done. You know, you're 0 for 20s and you're not really thinking about that.
Yeah.
But you know, you always got to make sure you try to have that mindset. At least try to.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's end on this. What are 3 things you're grateful for?
A family, my friends, gift of life. Just another thing, just being able to play a game for a living. You know, I think you know we were just talking about it actually. Like we get complain that it's game 150 or whatnot,
Yeah.
but like at the end of the day, you're playing a game for your livelihood. So it's never a bad day. As much as you might think it is, it's always.
Yeah, 100%. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on, Doug.
Thank you.